Let's take a trip down memory lane, or at least back to the 50s. Well, I wasn't born then, but we see history every day. This one is a Sargent Integra mortise lock. It's patio function, I believe, though I think the body is the same no matter which function you want, but this one didn't have any cylinders, no keys, no push buttons, no nothing. You had buttons on the side that you can lock or unlock, one side of the handle. I'll show you that in the video. But this was installed when the building was built back in the 50s, so it's at least that era. We're going to replace it with a Marks 195 AB entry office function lock. You know, the push button you push or push and turn. Uh, it's just a interconnecting door between the office and what used to be the media center library, which is now the principal's office and conference room. So, hope you enjoy. I'll do some more talking along the way. So here is the Sargent Integra mortise lock. The buttons on the latch and the latch door edge, whichever you want to call it, is what locks or unlocks the handle from the side I'm sitting on. So if you push the button, it locks that handle. But the other side you can walk through on. So we needed to upgrade it, both for ADA compliance and because they wanted to secure the area that I'm sitting in while doing this lock where the door swung into. So that's the reason we're doing it. And I'm also going to show you the mortise to lever knob lock conversion or deadbolt conversion, and how to use the actual lock body as your jig to drill the holes, because this, you notice, it's not, you're going to see it's not 2 1/8 inch holes all the way around. And the through bolts for the Sargent lock are close to where they needed to be, so I needed to make those holes a little larger, actually just up and down a little farther out from where they were. I could have used the Pro Lock installation jig once I got the latch in, but I want to show you how we did it. We replaced thousands of these over the years. You can use the actual body itself, drill out the very center. You'll see there's a little, where the spindle's at, you'll see there's a little brass gear in there or whatever that makes it, if you had a key or a push button, lock or unlock with that. So you don't need to bring an extra jig. We actually had some jigs made up that look just like that, just a iron plate, steel face. We'd screw it in there and use it as a pilot bit. Use a pilot bit to go through that. You're only going through door skins. It's not really difficult. So enjoy, watch how it's done. It's probably not the best editing. I was in a meeting while we were working on a door while they were having a meeting going on, so I couldn't talk through that, and they were also very loud, so I killed the sound on that. So it's all just me doing voiceover words, overboard or whatever. I'm doing a voiceover at home. This is the mortise to cylindrical lock adapter plate. It comes in a kit. It comes with the strike plates, because some of the old Sargents, some of them had deadbolts on them for like the bathroom, so they had to, and they have an ANSI strike and a T strike depending on which one you have to replace. Most of the old Sargent mortise locks had a odd sized strike plate. We didn't need to use any of that with this, on this particular lock. So we just used the latch holding adapter. Everything worked fine. It closed. You'll see at the end where it did close and latch. So just wanted to fill you in that that's actually comes in a kit. And I think probably Donjo or one of them companies makes those kind of plates for any mortise lock that you wanted to convert to a knob lock deadbolt combination of the both, whatever, depending on what you have. I'm using the lock to mark where the through bolt holes need to go, and they were right on the edge. There wasn't much drilling to do, but he couldn't get us right on through there. Probably should have used my template, but my jig rather. But it got it done. It's not rocket science. Also, you'll notice that I put the lock on, and I had to take the lock off because I put the key on the wrong side. I'm glad I caught it before someone else caught it. And it's 2 screws in and out, no big deal. We're out and in. Hope you learned something today. Here is when I realized I put the lock on the wrong side. Like I said, it's not a bad thing to do. You do it every once in a while, and no, you'll see. Everyone makes the mistake every now and then. Just got to correct it. Before buttoning up the lock, putting all the cover plates on, handles on, I try to put it through its paces, make sure that the latch is engaged from the inside, the outside, that the button pops out when the door closes if it's not pushed and turned, just pushed. Make sure it works. Then go and finish putting your cylinder in it and putting the cover plate back on and or on and the handle on and finish the job. But check before you put it all back together. Some of those plates are hard to get off once you tap them on there. My stunt double is putting the right tailpiece on the cylinder and going to install the lock. I'm just waiting for him to install the cylinder and the handle. Just waiting for him to get done, and then he's going to make sure the door closes and latches, and another job all done. Hope you enjoyed. One last thing when you're putting a cylinder in works office function 195 AB, push and turn the button, and when you're putting the cylinder on, it gives you a better feel for when it goes on the right way. From the you don't need to turn it to 90 degrees down. It just you gotta turn it a little bit and slide it under and turn it some more, and it clicks on. It goes both ways. It'll retract the latch, unlock the door, and left or right place.